what's up you guys? I was about to do Shane Dawson's intro. Hey, what's up you guys? Yes! Okay, anyways. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Cynthia and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, what's up? So this week's video is going to be a little bit different, but it is going to have makeup involved. So in this week's video, I'm going to show you what to take to an amusement park, what to wear, some tips I have to share with you guys, a makeup. Next week I will be going to Knott's Berry Farm with my boyfriend and some friends, so I thought it would be cool to show you guys all of this stuff and some stuff that I've learned throughout the years and from experience and all that stuff. I used to take a really big bag with me to amusement parks, but I've learned throughout the years that I don't want to pay for lockers and I don't want to leave them on the side when I'm going on rides, or I don't want to have them in front of me just in case like things fall out during a ride or anything, because I am an adrenaline junkie and I will get on all those crazy rides. So I actually went out and bought this especially for work, since I cannot bring with me like big bags, and also for amusement park. So I got this Kipling bag. This is a pretty small bag. It's like the size of my face or slightly bigger. But this actually retails for like $63, I believe. But I used my employee discount and some coupons I had to actually buy the bag. The cool thing about it is that it's got adjustable straps and they're pretty long and they're very comfortable. And then the material of it is really good just in case it gets wet. Let's get started on what is out here. So obviously like the little gorilla, but this doesn't work for anything. But I like to take some hand sanitizer with me, just in case there isn't a bathroom close by for when I'm eating, or if I want to touch my face and I'm just like, okay, you know what, I want to clean my hands first. So the hand sanitizer actually is $1.75, and I think the band is like a couple cents. So it's pretty cool to have this hanging around with you. I take this to work and to amusement parks just in case. So let's get started and to see what I take. So in here, since this is a pretty small bag, I like to take some extra ponytails in there. And then the second bag, I have like my cosmetic area. Some people like to take their whole cosmetic bag, and I don't find that very necessary because you can always just edit your pictures and make yourself look a little better if you're all sweaty and oily. But basically what I like to take is, what I really suggest for you guys to invest in if you guys wear makeup to the parks, is to buy a small brush like this. So basically you just pull it out and you push this down and the brush comes out. And I like to take this with me because it's so small, and honestly the only things I take with me are lip gloss, powder, and this brush. I don't take big brushes or anything. I don't take mascara, none of that. So I always like to take this with me because it just helps out a lot. This is just a small compact mirror that my aunt brought me from San Miguel de Allende. So that's cool. And then the powder that I take with me almost every single time that I go out to a club or I go out to an amusement park is this Rimmel Stay matte powder, and it's pretty big compared to my face, but it does help me out when I'm oily or if my makeup gets scratched off or anything. If I want to apply a little bit more coverage, I just take my finger and I just dab it on there. If I just want to take off the oils, I just pat it down with that brush. For lip products, I would just suggest taking a chapstick with you. This is a Carmex Classic Lip Balm, and it actually has SPF in it, which I would really suggest taking with you, just to protect your lips. This one really is my holy grail because it keeps my lips moisturized. And yeah. Now also, to go over that, just if I want to look a little bit more put together, I will take some lip glosses. I would just take one, but I have two in here just so you guys can see the difference. This is actually a Fenty Gloss Bomb lip gloss. This is the small size that I got at Sephora around the cash, the where you get in line. It came with a small highlighter and this for like 23 something, and I actually bought the full size, but I will just be taking the small lip gloss. Or also I would suggest taking like a long but thin lip gloss. This is the Morphe Freebird lip gloss. and it's pretty good. They're both really good consistencies, and they last pretty long. And that basically completes my whole area in here. I really suggest putting on the chapstick before the lip gloss, just so your lips are protected, as I said before, just to keep that in mind. Now going into like the big area, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. I like to take a power bank with me because I'm always on my phone. I always record Snapchats, Insta stories, I take pictures, I check the map on my phone, or line times and stuff like that. And I also take like a pretty long cord just in case there's an outlet but it's not really close by to me. I actually take my 6-foot cord that I got at Office Depot for like $9, and then this one I actually got it for like $9 or $10, but it's all ugly and stained because it's like a matte material. But this actually charges 2 phones, and it tells you how much battery it has right here when you connect it to your phone. Something else I suggest taking is some medicine, just in case you get any migraines or you get like pains on your body or anything. I always keep medicine with me because I do suffer from migraines, and I do well, I had a knee surgery a couple years ago, so I sometimes do tend to get a little bit of pain on my knees. Something else I would suggest taking is a small perfume bottle, if you want or not, or you can just not take it with you. This is something I'm still thinking about taking, yes or no. But this is the pink Warm and Cozy body mist, and it smells so good. I actually wore it today. Delicious. Another thing that I'm going to suggest and pray that everyone wears deodorant the day that I go. Because last year on my birthday, a lot of people decided not to wear deodorant, and my birthday is in October and it was hot. Like really hot. And some people just don't know that they smell bad. So I always like to take a deodorant with me. This is the Arm & Hammer Essentials deodorant with natural deodorizers, and it's in the scent Fresh. And it's a pretty good size. This is how big it is. It doesn't take that much of a space. So if it's going to be hot, even if it's going to be a little bit cool, take one, please. Yeah. Something else I would suggest taking is sunglasses, because I know that for a fact the day that I'm going to go, it's going to be partly cloudy, and I obviously don't want the sun to harm my ojitos when I go. So I'm going to be taking my Ray-Bans, and I suggest taking them in a case and not just taking them like loose around your body, just in case you don't want to lose them, because especially if you're taking a brand like this. And then the cool thing about this bag is that it has like a little strap to hang like your keys and your wallet. So I decided to attach my condensed wallet and my keys with me. I know these are a lot of keys to take to an amusement park, but I don't want to just take them out for a day, you know? So I would suggest condensing your wallet and just taking what you're actually going to need. So I'm going to be taking my ID and my debit card, and then just some extra cash. I don't think it's a good idea to carry like those big wallets, because you're not really going to use any of the other stuff. You're just going to be using the typical things. And then right here in this bag, right now I don't have anything, but this is where I would typically put my like pads and like feminine products. Thank the Lord, I'm actually not going to be on my period. I just finished, so I don't have to worry about that. I will be completely comfortable, so that is a good thing. So yeah, this is a pretty good bag, and I just thought this was pretty good because I didn't want to pay for a locker or leave it on the side and just, you know. And then the cool thing is that if I do go on a ride that is not that crazy, I can just put the straps in front of me like that, and then hold the bag right here. Like, I think that's pretty good. Now some of you might be thinking, like, where would I put my sweater? Sweaters have sleeves, so you can easily just tie it around your waist or just carry it over your shoulder. It's not that hard. I for a fact know I will be needing a sweater, so I still have to decide what sweater I'm going to be taking. But some people, what I like to do, and what I did last year for my birthday was, it was pretty hot, so I didn't take a sweater with me, and I also knew that I wanted to buy a Disneyland sweater. So I just took my flannel, a t-shirt, and then at night when I started to get a little bit cold, I bought the sweater and I just put it on. And that way you don't have to carry it with you at all. And then I think that sometimes when you take like a bigger backpack, you tend to put more stuff that you don't really need. So yeah, that's pretty much what I suggest taking to an amusement park. Obviously also your phone. And now as for a water bottle, I would suggest going onto the webpage of the amusement park that you will be going to, and checking what you can and cannot take. I read on the Knott's Berry Farm page that you can't bring in open water bottles, so I won't be taking my Victoria's Secret large water bottle just in case. So I just don't want to take it because I don't want them to tell me like, oh, sorry, you can't bring this in, so you're gonna have to throw it away, or you're gonna have to go throw it like in your car, and I don't plan on doing that. So something I would suggest probably purchasing, and that I think is pretty cool, is that Knott's Berry Farm and Six Flags do offer these water bottle like containers that you can purchase for like $12 at Knott's Berry Farm, and it's like 16 something at Six Flags. But when you purchase that, the rest of the day you get free refills. So I think that's pretty cool. A friend of mine wanted us to purchase the all-day meal pass, which is like 31 something, and it gives you food every 90 minutes. But I don't think I want to do that because, being realistic, I think that the best thing that you can do when going to a park is really listening to what you're going to need and what you're not, what you want to spend on. Are you taking a lot of money? For me, I don't eat every 90 minutes. And also, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I will be going on the rides again and again and again. So for me to be eating all day, and especially now, I want to lose weight. And if I know that I have like unlimited meals that day, I know I'm going to be stuffing myself with food. So I don't want that. Basically what I'm saying is that if you manage your money well, and if you know that you don't eat much, then honestly you just need like maybe $30 or $40 to spend the whole day. I've been to Six Flags and Knott's Berry Farm, and I can tell you that I probably spend like $32 on a drink and a meal. But since you're already purchasing that $12 thing, you don't need to buy a drink, and you have it all day. You can refill it with soda, lemonade, water, whatever you want. I don't know if alcoholic beverages count. I don't think so. But yeah, I will definitely not be purchasing the all-day meal plan, because then I would be spending $107, including the ticket, the meal pass, and then the water bottle. So I'm just taking off the meal plan, and I'm just going to be purchasing the water bottle and the ticket, which is $51 or $52, which is not expensive at all. So jumping into like tips that I would suggest for you to take, that like some stuff that I didn't include in here, it's just things I don't need right now. But for example, I went on the Knott's Berry Farm page and I checked what rides were going to be open and which rides were going to be closed, and I saw that the rapids were actually closed until summer. So typically if the rapids would be open and like water rides would be open, I would suggest taking like a pair of socks and a pair of extra underwear and just putting them in a small Ziploc bag and just stuffing it in your bag, because I personally don't like to walk around wet and like stepping on wet shoes and wet socks. So at least that'll make it better. I also suggest downloading the app, and just so you can check the wait times and the map and all that stuff. And also I would really recommend checking the weather. So for this past month in February, it has been raining like crazy, and we almost canceled the trip because we're like, Knott's Berry Farm closes or doesn't even bother to open if it's raining. So thank God I was checking, and it turns out that the whole week that we're planning on going, the whole week is not going to rain, and it's going to be partly cloudy the day that we go. So it's perfect for us. So I suggest checking constantly the weather, so that way you can also prepare your clothing, your day, and what you're going to take and everything. Jumping into like clothing and what to wear, Let me show you what I'm going to be taking actually. I normally like to take something very comfortable yet cute. So obviously you can't go wrong with wearing like an Adidas plain t-shirt and just some cute jeans. I'm actually going to be taking the jeans that I'm wearing right now. That's why I can't show you. But I will be taking these ones. These are just like some Capri jeans, you could call it. They're very stretchy and very comfortable, so always look out for that you don't want to be uncomfortable at a park, because you will be there for pretty much the whole day. And also, let me show you the shoes. You can take whatever shoe you want, just make sure they're comfortable and that you can last a long time walking in. So like for example, I would suggest either taking like Adidas Superstar, mine are pretty old, or some Vans. These are both pretty comfortable. I suggest whichever one you want, or if you want to wear like an actual athletic shoe, like I don't know, those workout shoes, go ahead by all means. So for hair, I personally prefer to take my hair straight to an amusement park because my hair, as you guys know, is a little crazy. I have to put it up pretty much right after I come out of the shower because my hair will literally go berserk. So I always like to straighten my hair, and then just for picture quality, you know, for me to feel cute and feel pretty, you know, I like to wear my hair straight and just a cute outfit, some sunglasses, my nice makeup and stuff. I'm also going to be showing you guys an eyeshadow look, and then foundation, skincare that I pretty much suggest doing. And if you want to add some other things in your makeup routine for an amusement park, go right ahead. These are just suggestions and things I typically do when I go to an amusement park. So as for sweater, this isn't, I don't know if I'm going to be taking this one specifically, but I just wanted to show you like an example. This sweater I actually purchased at Rue 21. This is how it came. It's got like bleach stains, and I think when I got it I thought it was super cute, but it's pretty fluffy, and it's very warm. Let me bring out some of the material. So it's pretty warm, and I would suggest it with the sweater, and you can always just tie it on there or tie it on your backpack or whatever you want. My boyfriend typically always like carries my stuff, so I would probably tell him like, can you carry my sweater? Yeah, I'm still not sure if I'm going to be taking this one, but I just wanted to give you guys an example. So let's hop into the makeup and hair tutorial. Well, I don't think a hair tutorial, because honestly it's just gonna be straight hair. Alright guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you what makeup I do for when I go to an amusement park. So first things first, I use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and I just go ahead and brush my brows before I go into that, and I really just go ahead and do whatever, it's all messy and stuff. So then I go in with my Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade 30 Light Medium to just clean up my brows and give them a form. And then if I'm missing anything, I'll go back in with my brow brush and then fill that in. And that's how it will be for pretty much 20 minutes. Isn't that crazy? And then I'm just going to jump in later with the Anastasia Beverly Hills tinted brow gel, also in the shade Chocolate, and this is really going to help my brows look very fluffy and full, and believe it or not, this does protect my brows, and this is optional if you want, but I would recommend to apply a brow setter, which would be like a clear brow gel. The Benefit one is really good, but it is a little bit stiffer. Okay, so for eyeshadow primer, I'm going to go ahead and use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This, I really like it for when I really want my eyeshadow to last the whole day. So for an amusement park, I think it's perfect. For eyeshadows, I am going to go ahead and use the 3 middle transition shades from the James Charles palette, which are Tune, Code James, and 10% off. And then for my brow bone and inner corner, I'm going to go ahead and use the shade Face. I really want to blend these in because I want it to look a little more natural than what I normally wear. And then, but if you don't want to use the eyeshadow, then just skip this. For mascara, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the Tarte's Lash Paint Mascara. This mascara is so good, guys. I love it so much. For moisturizer, I'm going to use the Day Wear Moisturizer and Nivea Moisturizer. And then for primer, I'm going to go ahead and use the Benefit Poreless Primer. For foundation, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation, and this has SPF 15. Also, the Estee Lauder Day Wear Moisturizer has SPF 15 as well. So going back to the foundation, if you guys are wondering, I'm in the shade Light Sand. It is a 12-hour makeup and it's oil free. For this foundation, I at first don't like it. I need it to set into my skin and really melt into it, so I will really actually like it. I really recommend using a beauty sponge for this. I think that because it has a thicker consistency, it just leaves a little bit more streaks if you use a brush. So I really recommend this Real Techniques Beauty Blender. It is so good, and honestly, it's really cheap. So I think this is like my third one. So for concealer, I'm going to do the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium Beige. This has a pink undertone to really help cover those dark circles. So I'm going to apply it to my under eyes, the bridge of my nose, my mustache area, my chin, and then my forehead to cover up any areas where I didn't put as much foundation as I should have. For powder, this used to be my holy grail, but I started to notice that it gave me flashback, so I would just recommend going in with a Fenty powder or a Maybelline Fit Me powder. So for that, I'm just going to bake, and for all of this, I used my Real Techniques beauty sponge as well. And then later on, I'm just going to go ahead and use a fluffy brush to set the rest of my face. The areas where I really wanted to focus the powder were my under eyes, my nose, just in case it gets oily, any area where I know that I have like creases or fine lines, that's where I want to focus it. I also don't want to leave the powder for too long just so it won't cake or anything. So yeah. Okay, so for eyeshadow and mascara for the lower eye area, I use the same things. Jumping into bronzer, I use the Marc Jacobs Beauty Tantastic Omega Bronzer, and I'm just going to go ahead and contour my face with the Didnt bullet brush, and then later on to bronze up my face, I'm just going to go ahead and use a looser Morphe brush, and then to contour the bridge of my nose, I'm just going to go ahead and use a smaller, more precise brush because I do want to make my nose look a little bit slimmer. And here my family just came into my room and is telling me a little bit of some chisme, a little bit of some tea, and I'm just listening. And yeah, look at me, just listening to all that tea. Look at that, look at that. So yeah, I'm just contouring my nose right there, and I also don't want to apply too much just so it's not that very harsh, and also that way my nose area won't look too cakey and won't look, full of junk and stuff like that. So right now I went ahead and I cleaned up my brows so that none of the powder is covering my brows and my brows don't look white. So next I'm going to go in with this Too Faced Love Hangover sample size that I have. This is in the shade Love Hangover. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my face before my highlighter. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Fenty highlight in Hustle Baby. I know this is actually sold like in half, but I got the sample with a lip gloss. And then I'm going to reapply setting spray, and this is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. This is honestly so bomb for when you want to wear your makeup for a really long time, for the club, for amusement parks or whatever. Oh, look at me, still spilling some tea. So then I'm just going to apply a Fenty Gloss Bomb on my lips, and I don't really apply lipstick because it's, I don't know. For amusement parks, I don't think it's necessary. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much what I do for an amusement park. If you want to use these tips, if you want to use this look, just go ahead and tag me if you upload any pictures. Last but not least, I did apply some extra tinted brow gel just in case, but yeah. Don't wanna see you, wanna kiss you, wanna